10 years, and I've been dreaming of building my own business. I want to be my own boss.
I've done my homework, and I'm willing to sell my house to make the business work if that's what it takes.
I've been to every bank in town. No matter how much you tell them about your passion, what your dreams, your goals are, they don't care.
I need help. This is my dream, and I'm not working for the man.
This year, 6 million small businesses will be born in the U.S., generating over 8.5 million jobs.
Owning a small business is an American dream.
But opening a business takes money. In these days, 80% of small business loans are rejected by banks.
Fact is, most small businesses fail.
Now, there's a new trend fueling the American dream. Self-made blue-collar investors are leaving the banks behind, writing checks for a piece of the action, and bringing their sweat equity.
We ain't going to no banks.
They are blue-collar backers.
My name is Ron Douglas, and I'm a business consultant here in Denver, Colorado. I made my money buying and selling and consulting with businesses. I've been one of those guys that struggled. I'm one of those guys that had to go without dinner. Not that you could tell, but I'm one of those guys that really did. So what I bring to the table besides money is 20 years of experience doing small business. I mean, I like helping companies, and my favorite part is to stand back and watch them take charge after I've given them some guidance and they go, I got this, and to watch them take off. Investing in small businesses, it helps numerous small and local families, which I love helping. Not to mention, I got 7 kids to feed, so it helps me too. You guys be good, okay? Get your scriptures done. We'll see ya. All right, bye. You see all this gray? Darn 7 kids stressing me out. Some of the businesses I've helped include Pit Rally, which is the fastest road race in the Rockies. And another company I own is the Self-Reliance Expo. It's the largest emergency preparedness expo in the nation. And now I put my money and time towards helping other small businesses because that's what I've always been my whole life. So today I'm meeting Brian Cleese for the first time. He's the owner of Upcyclery downtown Denver. He wants help to expand and grow his business. Colorado is like the 2nd or 3rd healthiest state in the country. I believe Denver did like $64 million in sporting goods sales, as well as pouring like $2.2 million into bike improvements in the city this year alone. So, Bike Shop could be a very good investment. Look, I'm not a bank, and it's not just about the numbers. I got to look at his books, and I got to see his personality and see if we're a good fit together. First thing walking up, it's hard to tell what kind of store this even is. Driving by, you would never be able to identify that this is a bike shop. Any good business is identifiable immediately. And if I decide to back these guys, we're definitely going to change that. Hi there.
Hey, how are you doing?
Oh, good. I'm Ron.
Oh, yeah, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
How are you today?
Good.
My name is Brian Cleese, and I'm the owner of Upcyclery Bike Shop in Denver, Colorado. I was born and raised here. For my 3rd birthday, my dad got me my first motorcycle. I was just raised around them. My mom's a trials bike rider, so they just always been in my life. And then, the speed thing started when I was little. I just enjoyed that feeling. So it was about 10 years ago, I was working construction, and I was just really tired of swinging a hammer, and I just wasn't happy. Basically, one day, threw my hands up and said, I'm over it. All my savings went into my bike shop, and I've just been hanging on to the coattails since then. I've been in business in this location about 3 years. It's called Upcyclery. We got that name because we take used bikes, or upcycle them and make them feasible to sell. I called Ron because our business is kind of in bad shape. We were working 7 days a week just to cover the costs. I'm looking for $15,000 so I can increase my profits, maybe hire a couple employees and get a little breathing room. This isn't all just about me. I have a girlfriend, stepkids, a grandkid that are all depending on me. I'm lucky to even be here right now. I mean, this is make or break for me, and I've just been trying to keep it up.
So, why bikes?
Bikes are my passion. I just love bicycles. It's kind of zen for me to work on them, and I like dealing with the public.
I like bikes too, you know, I mean.
Right?
Yeah,
Motorbikes?
Yeah. This could be a good business because 80% of millennials like recycled products. I just don't know if there's enough profit margin in there to make this a good investment.
I'll hold it if you want to get people. I'm Cameron Davies. I own Cruising Kitchens. You know, we're building mobile offices, lounges, barbershops. What I do now is I partner up with clients to help them build the business of their dreams. You know, I was broke on my ass when I started this company, so I've learned a lot of what to do and what not to do. So what I like to do now is use my experience plus my financial strength to help people get into business. I can discount materials and labor, so they spend less money up front to get their business off the ground, and in return, I get a piece of the action. You know, there's nothing more rewarding than helping them build their dreams and then it eventually being successful. But that's not the only thing that motivates me. I have a wife and 2 beautiful kids, so it's important the companies I back are as passionate as I am. And that's what I like about small business. It's how hard you work is usually how successful you're going to be. Right now, we're heading to McAllen, Texas to pick up the 1986 fire truck. We're going to repurpose it into a barbecue truck, but we're going to keep all the elements of the fire truck on it. I'm in Texas, but I got deals all over the world. This one is for a couple guys in Chicago, Mark and David. They got a cool barbecue joint, but they want to get into the food truck business. You know, they can't get a bank loan, and they've been trying to get this project going forever, and I concepted this for them, months ago. I think this is a great business to back, because right now is an amazing time for food trucks. I think this truck's going to make a lot of money, but it's also going to advertise the restaurant. That's called place marketing. It's like the Oscar Mayer Wienermobile. When it came out in 1936, people really didn't understand it, but everybody who sees it remembers it, and that's money in the bank. This truck's not just going to sell food. It's going to be an icon. Let's go check it out. Look at this bad bitch. Hey, this is going to be sick. See, the challenge is going to be figuring out how to keep all this stuff after we gut it. Yeah, baby! I'm not scared to get involved in something that a bank won't touch because I know this industry. I've built vehicles like this, and I'm not scared to take a risk. I know what I can make and how fast I can do it. For this build, I'm going to discount construction 25%, and in return, get 10% of their total sales for the first 2 years. If they average $400,000 a year, my take-home will be $80,000 for just a couple months of work. But if the truck does not make money, I'll lose about $25,000 in labor and construction costs. Here come the troops. Hey, look at this, dude. Look at that. That's a water system. We're going to gut the back of the fire truck and install a state-of-the-art commercial kitchen with 2 high-end industrial smokers that can smoke 1,000 pounds of meat a day. We're also installing high-brightness flat-screen TVs all around. It's a fact that moving video will attract twice as many eyeballs as a sign. So if the barbecue fire truck doesn't draw you in, they will. Not only that, we're going to install a keg system with 12 taps. And the profit margin on draft beer right now is 80%. That's big money. There's a lot of upsides to backing something like this, but there's also a lot of risk. I put my own money down on the fire truck, and with parts and labor, I'm almost 50 grand into this build. I can't blame anybody if my money goes bad. If I make a bad business decision, then it could crumble our company. All right, here we go.
today I'm meeting Brian Cleese. He's the owner of Upcyclery, downtown Denver.
We're one of the only bike shops in Denver that deal in used parts and used bikes. And we're already an established company. I mean, I've been doing this since 2009. So I think Ron should take my business because I take pride in what I do and take pride in my work.
So I assume tune-ups is your bread and butter? Is that what you...
Service is about 70% of our work.
Okay. Where's the other 30 come from?
Bike sales.
Okay. What's your profit margin on that?
We get a lot of our bikes for 20 to 50 bucks, and I can resell them for 200 to 300 bucks.
Oh, really? That kind of money? Now we're talking.
We do motorcycle builds as well.
Now you're speaking my language.
Right.
I've been riding bikes since I was about 21 years old, and I've ridden bikes all over the world, so I'm totally interested. But before I back him, I got to make sure there's enough earning potential to turn his business around. So what would you say your average is then on a monthly basis?
$6,000 a month.
6 is your average?
Yes.
Okay. I'll tell you what, if you don't mind, I'll just walk around and just kind of get an idea of what you got going on here.
Definitely. Not a problem. I'll be over here taking care of this.
Perfect. Appreciate it. So immediately I see this only retail spot right in front of the door. You got to move it back a little bit and spread it out so that people have time to look and adjust to the new surroundings. That's pretty small retail. Okay, so where are you at money-wise?
I think I could come up with about 15 grand.
Okay. All right, so let's put this at the top as what we have to work with. Whenever I consider backing someone, I need to make sure they have skin in the game and that they also understand their business. So on month 6, where would you like to be?
I'd like to be making about 10 to 15,000 a month.
Okay. How many tune-ups do you do in your day?
I'd like to have a couple employees, so let's say 60 tunes a day.
We'll put that in month 4 to find 2 employees. Okay. Brian's got a good head on his shoulders. I think we can move forward if we can hammer out a deal. I'll increase your sales. I'll increase your bottom line. I'll show you the numbers. In return, I take 50% of the increased profit for the next 12 months.
A full 12 months?
Yes.
Coming up.
I gotta break it to the crew that this 4-month build just turned into a 7-week build.
So, for small American business, this is how I do things, okay? I'll increase your sales. I'll increase your bottom line. In return, I take 50% of the increased profit for the next 12 months.
A full 12 months?
Yes.
For about 6 months.
Well, I might be interested in maybe doing a trade for 6 months and a bike or something like that.
Motorcycles.
Yeah, I ain't talking about no pedal bike.
Okay. I'd be into something like that. I'd be into something like that.
Brian's got about $15,000 to put into this. I'm going to put about $10,000 cash into this myself, as well as about $20,000 in sweat equity. We're going to renovate the shop and come up with a new business plan. The deal point is really simple. I'm going to take Brian from $6,000 a month to over $10,000. And after he pays me, he's still going to be almost double of what he's making now. In exchange, I'm going to take 50% of Brian's improved profit for the next 6 months. That puts about $18,000 in my pocket, and I get a custom motorcycle. Deal?
It is.
All right. Let's do it.
So our next crazy build is taking a fire truck and making it into a barbecue truck. We're about a week into this build and knee-deep in teardown. Unfortunately, I just got a really bad phone call, and we're gonna have to speed up our timeline.
So, what kind of time frame are we looking at?
You want an honest answer?
Yeah.
7 weeks. Last night, I got a call from the restaurant owners that I'm backing. They got into a fight, and they're pulling out of the deal. I'm good old Texas boy. We don't do contracts. We do handshakes over beer. It usually works out, but this time I got bit hard, and I had to make a tough decision. I could just try to sell the truck back and lose some money, or put more money in and try to find a buyer. But what I'd really like to do is find someone I can use a truck like this, invest in them, and back their dream. This shows you why banks don't get involved in things like this. I've already got equipment coming. I got smokers on the way. I've got generators on the way. It's frustrating. If I had to put a dollar figure in it, I'm over 50 grand into this thing. So I'm going to double down and build this fire truck.
Get this kangaroo nest out of here. Kangaroo? Is that a dead bird? Oh, wow. You just caught staff right there.
Ooh, those are smokers. When I bought the fire truck, I ordered two $25,000 commercial smokers. Together, they can crank out 1,000 plates a day. And at $5 a plate, that's $5 grand right there. Add 4 kegs of beer at $1,500, that's another $6,000. If it goes out on 3 events a month, that's $400,000 that my idiot former buyers are missing out on.
Open that door. 30.5.
We got a lot of money on the line now. I mean, we got to get this truck built because I have to get my money back.
I'm always being presented with business opportunities, and with Brian busy with a bike shop, I came down here to meet with Kyle. He owns a specialty sporting event center and needs like $60,000 for marketing material and doing a little bit of renovation.
Here we have the Mega Ram.
The Mega Ram. I like the name of that. I got 7 kids, and they would just go nuts here,
Right.
man.
So I've been involved in action sports my entire life. I was a skateboarder as a kid. So I started cross-training in gymnastics facilities. I invented my own training board. I was more of an entrepreneur, and that's kind of what brought this facility about. We have pro athletes that launch and flip off that jump.
Did you say pro athletes?
Yeah, we've got a pro athlete right there. That's Mickey Wilson. He's the best slackliner in the world.
That's insane.
It's insane.
Specialty training centers are $1 billion industry, so this could be a good opportunity. But, you know, with any extreme sports, there's always a liability issue that I'm kind of worried about, so I got to check that out. Got my man blanket, ready to do this thing. I wasn't nervous. I wasn't nervous about nothing. Until about halfway down. Then I thought, oh, what did I get myself into? Okay, so, why did you call me?
Well, we're at the point where we really need an injection of capital. $60K. We want to expand the business, bring in some new training features, some new training equipment in here. This is definitely my version of the American dream. I get to go to work every day and do something that I love. We need a little help with this facility. It's different from every business that's out there. It's something really unusual. So why not get involved in this?
How many investors do you have in the pot now?
There's a total of 6. So we throw some money back towards those guys.
This investor situation is a huge red flag. What's the total you owe them?
The total number is $700,000.
You've got investors investing over $700,000, and any ounce of profit that they pull out of the company, they take back. So there's no way for the company to grow. Now, I want to ask you something. I want an honest answer from you, okay?
Oh, yeah.
All right. How much are you taking home?
Well, most of the money that I take home comes right back into this.
So how much are you taking home? I want an actual dollar figure.
I would say maybe $50 a month. Something like that.
I knew it.
Right.
I knew it. I could see it in your passion. Obviously, you can't live on $50 a month. How are you surviving?
Well, I've got another job, so I work. I work 6 days a week here, and then I work 3 days a week.
And how long have you been running this on empty?
3 years.
3 years. There's a lot of reasons not to do this deal. I mean, he hasn't grown in 3 years that he's been here. He has investor issues. I love the concept. I love Kyle, but You got to remember, you can't let your emotions get ahead of you. This is one that I'm just going to have to pass on.
So I'm sitting here on a half-gutted fire truck. The restaurateurs I'm backing pulled out. I got a lot of money on the line now. We're making good progress, but I'd say we're probably about a week and a half behind. You know, the body work done, running all the electrical from underneath the belly of the truck, finishing all the electrical runs, so every TV will have its own video display. The thing is, I have to get this thing done. I have to try to get my money back because I've got now probably, $130 tied up into it, and I still probably have, $15,000 or $20,000 in labor.
Go bigger.
Huh?
Go bigger.
I got that little one right here.
Oh, we know you got the little one. Go grab a 3/8. I'll work that
Little one works. That's all that matters.
Whatever, man. That's just something people with little wieners say.
So what our plans are today is to actually forklift the smokers onto the back. You ready? Yeah. Let's do it. This is the worst part of the job. And it gives me anxiety. I mean, because if this thing falls to $25,000 smoke and it comes out of my pocket, it doesn't come out of anybody else's. Come on with it.
Think we can put something across it?
The smokers are the heart and soul of this beast. They can do 1,000 plates a day, and that's $5,000 every time this truck goes out. This is how I'm gonna make my investment back. Now I just have to find somebody who can see the potential in a truck like this.
Yo, yo, yo.
Howdy, how you doing?
Big day, big day.
It is. We got a lot of stuff to do.
It's renovation day for Brian's Bike Shop. The main purpose of this whole renovation is to move his workstation to the back and his merchandise to the front. Think of it kind of like a grocery store. They take impulse items, candy, and magazines, they put them up by the counter because there's a 90% profit margin in those. So we'll do the same thing with Brian's layout. A little tweak with his accessories could turn into big sales.
So we got to get this bar out of here.
Yeah, we can get the bar out.
How are we going to do that?
Yank that ugly, just yank it out.
You're going to yank it out?
I'll rip it out in one shot. I can rip out the coffee bar in one shot. That's not a problem.
Just like that.
Getting rid of the coffee bar was nice. Yeah. Felt manly. I got a little push-up. So the next thing we got to do is we got to call the landlord and make sure that when the lease is up, that Brian can renew the lease without a problem and not get a 50% increase in his rent. This is probably one of the most important calls I could do for Brian right now because, I've seen this happen before where people dump thousands of dollars into a space and then the landlord prices them out on the renewal so that they can rent it out to somebody else for a higher price. And I can't let that happen to Brian. Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, this is Ron Douglas. I'm working with Brian over at Upcyclery.
Yeah?
And I want to make sure that he gets kind of an auto renew without a major increase.
Oh, yes, I have to.
You're going to have to
renew the lease and to increase the rent, too.
You're increasing the rent?
Yeah.
So I started talking to the landlord, and I could tell the conversation is not going well.
Why you told me you're not going to raise the rent?
Well, because, like I just told you why. Because we're doing a lot of renovation and a lot of money into this place, and I don't want you to jack up the rent so high that he can't afford it. We're doing some renovation. I want to make sure that he gets kind of an auto renew without a major increase. So I started talking to the landlord of Brian's Bike Shop, and I could tell the conversation is not going well. I didn't want him to come in here next week, see all the money we put into this, and then increase his rent by 40% because he knows that we're locked in for a long term.
To renew the lease and to increase the rent, too.
You're increasing the rent?
Yeah, no.
No, that's what I'm calling you for. That's why I don't want an increase in the rent.
What am I to do?
All I'm saying is we're doing a lot of renovation and a lot of money into this place, and I don't want you to jack up the rent so high that he can't afford it.
No. I'm not jack the rent way up 10 to 15%, okay?
Can we lock it in so it's no higher than 10%?
Sure.
So Brian's landlord insists on increasing his rent 10%. So I got to go talk to Brian, make sure that this is acceptable, and if he can even afford it. Hey, I need to talk to you.
What now?
Talk to your landlord.
Oh, no.
He wants to raise your rent 10%. All I want to do is lock him in so that he doesn't increase it 50%.
Without a doubt. Thanks for handling that for me.
Yeah, no
I
problem.
don't make too much headway with that guy. 10% I can work with, but anything above and beyond that, I'm out.
We're 5 weeks into the build on the barbecue fire truck. I still haven't found anybody to take this truck off my hands. I made a bunch of phone calls and lined up a meeting with a local sausage company. If I can get them to pay for a majority of the truck, I'll back them with the rest of the cash. I gotta get 50 grand out of this deal. Come on, Bo's gotta race Kennedy. I'm going to the fire truck. My wife and kids are here today, and I'm about to put them to work. We gotta make this baby shine before we show it. So we're having a cutting board that lays in here so they can cut up me. And then we're actually gonna put a flat griddle here. There's a lot left to do on the fire truck. I mean, we've got 4 closeout doors we gotta still make. We've got all the beauty pieces to go on. We gotta finish upholstery, install wheel covers. There's a laundry list of things to do, but the most important thing is I have to make this deal happen. This needs to bring us about $275,000 or I'm gonna be a single man.
Yeah.
I'm meeting with Tammy and Harold from Kia Boston Provision Company right here in San Antonio, Texas. So here's the fire truck we're looking to start with.
Okay.
And here's kind of preliminary sketches. This just kind of
these
shows
are
you.
the smoke and
They're huge.
We're a company that's all about enriching the lives of others, and we happen to make some really awesome sausage. We're looking to partner with another company and bring folks together to enjoy our products.
It's always been a dream for our company to be able to go to this next level. But it's not something we can just go down to the bank and say, hey, we want to buy a fire truck, and spend all this money. So we're going to need Cameron's help in this. Price-wise, budget,
What do you think we need to plan for? There's a lot of really nice oval grills out there, but we got to make sure it's going to work for us and for what we want to do. Can we make this fit within our budget?
I would say with our contribution and everything, we'd probably be in about $275,000. I'm willing to put my money for a percentage down the road if that works for you. We've got, a little over 50,000 in smokers. We have the fire truck. Everything's going to be brand new on this. Everything's going to be gold and chrome and Texas. It's got to be big. It's a tough sell getting somebody to spend $275,000 on a food truck. I need them to know it's worth it. All the bells and whistles are going to make them money.
Well, I love the idea, and I think the fire truck definitely gives that wow factor. But we're on a time frame. Summertime will be here before we know it. So what kind of time frame are we working with?
When do you need it?
May 1st.
If you can commit to the 60 days,
I can commit to the 60
move
days.
forward with negotiation.
Okay. And I can promise y'all this. This will be the advertising marketing vehicle of y'all's dreams. It'll be something. There's nothing like it.
When do we get to look at this thing?
Yeah.
Oh, wow, it's a real fire truck.
Wow. Oh, look
Cool.
at that. It's a big
This
one,
is a Spartan fire truck, y'all. So you'll have a 4-tap keg system here, smokers up here.
Right.
There's 3 55-inch high brightness TVs per side, and there's a polycarbonate glass which is bulletproof, so that way it won't dent it.
Okay.
It'll look like $1 million fire truck when it's done.
That sounds awesome.
So the hard costs on the truck total $225,000. Kielbasa is gonna give me $100,000 up front. I'm gonna back them for the remaining $125,000. In return, Kielbasa is gonna give me $175,000 over the next 2 years. I get a percentage of my money for a potential profit of $50,000. All right.
Awesome.
Thank you so much. We will see ya. Thank you so much.
Nice. Man, how you doing?
Good.
Nice, man. You
Hang
got
in
some
there.
skills there.
Yeah, they're dwindling as I get older.
So I came down here to the bicycle shop, check on Brian and the progress. The first thing I wanted to do is see if Brian's come up with a new name for his company. Any ideas for the new name yet?
Yeah, I had a couple. I was thinking of Elevate Bikes and Boards.
Oh, I like that.
I was gonna go with Rocky Mountain something. It just seems too long.
Yeah, Rocky Mountain's too long, and Elevate is a killer name. I think Brian came up with an excellent name. The name Elevate Bikes and Boards brings in the bikes, the boards, and the Rocky Mountains. It basically says it all in one name, which is perfect. I was doing some thinking. You kind of inspired me. You're doing your bike tricks here. What if we make this a landmark? You know, what if we did like a mannequin or something that had like a spinning bike underneath it? What do you think?
Yeah, like somebody doing a tail whip or something?
Yeah, is that what it's called, tail whip? We did something like that. That'll be very eye-catching, especially on the corner here.
I agree.
I think even if they forgot your name, everybody will remember, oh yeah, it's the bike shop with that spinning cycle underneath.
Right.
Yeah, you
No,
know what
I
mean?
think that's a good idea.
So if we did Elevate and they did the spinning bike and you tied the two together, I think you'd increase your foot traffic by about 20%.
Wow.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome. When are we building it?
Let's get on that. Today, with emojis and logos everywhere, having something on a visual level is way more important than letters in a sign. The Goodyear blimp, the Target logo, even the Michelin Man, you know, all those convey a message that words just can't. And that's really invaluable to a business.
Awesome, bud. Thanks a lot, man.
Take care, man.
Have a good
We'll
day.
see you. Are there any changes that I suggested that you were kind of glad? I don't know about that.
Just all of it. It's just hard to hear somebody come in and say you're doing everything wrong. I took pride in setting it up the way it was before. Today we have all kinds of stuff to do. I have people that I'm bringing in to help me out. It's been a lot of hard work, but we're making a lot of progress at the same time. That's the fun part. We're gutting the place and repainting over all the old logos. We've got some bike racks that we're building out of some reclaimed wood. My countertop is going to be reclaimed wood from a local country club that we're building out of birch and cedar. The grand opening's in a couple weeks, and I really hope this pays off.
Yo, Taylor.
Hey, Ron, how are you?
Good, man, good. So you about ready to do the sign, huh?
We are. Got you all loaded up, and we're ready to go.
I'm here at OmniCut today. We're going to get some signs cut and made for Brian's Bike Shop. You know, that was me that modeled that. This is going to be up there for years, and it's going to be something that people are going to recognize all over Denver. So we want to make sure that this gets cut out and gets done right.
Woo! Got you. Got him.
That was awesome. That'll cut it. Oh, yeah.
And there you are, all cut out of steel.
That's going to look good, man. OmniCut did an awesome job as always. Boom! So we calculated this at about 20% increase of foot traffic. So for less than $1,000, that's an extremely good ROI, return on your investment. The next thing we gotta do is get a sign delivered, and I'm pretty excited to have Brian check it out.
Oh, a tail whipper.
Our goal is to get this sign up on the roof. Brian's gonna attach it to a real bicycle that's gonna be flipping around and around, and it's gonna look like it's doing a tail whip. We're going with a moving sign because it grabs way more attention than something static. It's the fact that 8 out of 10 Americans will walk into the store just because of the sign. And 68% of those actually will buy something because they think the sign's cool. And that's why you see all those inflatable tube guys all over the place, because they bring in customers. And that's what we're trying to do for Brian. If all this traffic, if only 10 people a day or a week see that, right, that's an additional $750 a week. No, I think that's serious eye candy, man.
For sure.
That's what I'm talking about, eye candy. Let's go take a look inside.
Yeah, let's do it.
Going in there.
Good, real good.
Oh, wow. It's looking good in here, man.
It's a little different, huh?
Yeah.
Without a doubt, a lot better, a lot cleaner.
Well, I like not having the workstation here anymore. Moving that to the back really cleaned up this area and really made it flow a lot smoother.
Without a doubt, I agree.
Yeah. I love how you got the retail space now. Remember that when I was over there, I couldn't even fit in it? This is so much better, much cleaner.
It's definitely more
spread
spread out.
Here, I could look. Accessories are kind of like the bread and butter for small businesses, you know, and creating a larger accessory area where he can sell his helmets and his locks and stuff like that, I think it's going to really see a sharp increase in his sales. I like how you repurposed the wood there and used it for the rack system. Well, great, man. This is looking good.
Yeah, it feels a lot better.
Brian's shop really came together. The wall colors really brightened up the place. He's got a new display area. He's got a better work area. And the marketing is spot on. Are there any changes that I suggested that you were kind of like, I don't know about that?
Just all of it. Like, I mean, you know what I mean. It's just hard to hear somebody come in and say you're doing everything wrong. I didn't think that what you were saying was wrong. I took pride in setting it up the way it was before. So. But no, it's working.
I think you've come a long way from where we first started. I mean, the place looks completely different. We renovated the entire floor plan and the way it's set up. There's nothing else that I would change other than just sit here now and start reeling that money in.
Yeah, absolutely.
So if there's anything you need, I'm just walking all the way.
Cool.
So,
right on, man. Have a good day.
Good, bud.
Thanks
Take
for
care,
stopping,
man.
man.
Good job.
Take care. Thank you very much.
You know, we have less than 2 days to finish this bad boy. I'm putting together a master list of things still to be done on the fire truck. As they finish that, they'll check it off, and when everything's checked off, let's hope to God the fire truck's done. Got a couple buyers, Kielbasa Sausage, Tammy and Harold. They pay a chunk up front, and we finance the rest over the next 2 years. We're making good progress. We started running all of our conduit that will house the electrical and the audio-video cable, so that's what everything you see here. The TV's going on today. Good.
The TV right there.
You know, these TVs are expensive. They're about $3,000 a piece, and we have 6 of them. So we're 18 grand in. That's before HDMIs, speaker wires, and video switching units. So I'm happy. Just pray to God they all work. There you go. Pretty impressed, guys. We want this truck to be the centerpiece of any event. That's why we did loud audio, video on it. We want this truck to draw people in. You know, there's a lot of pressure. I've got all hands on deck right now. We're going to stay as late as we have to tonight, get here early in the morning, and get this bad boy on the road by 12 o'clock tomorrow. Where are the CO2 tanks going?
The other side, hopefully.
There's still probably a couple of days worth of work left to do, and we don't have a couple of days. We have a huge market test tomorrow for Kielbasa Sausage. We're taking this fire truck in front of hundreds of people. This is either going to make or break me.
Today's the big day. We got the grand opening going on. We revealed the new sign. Everybody's ecstatic about the whole new design. I love the energy that's going on right now.
I like it. It's new, fresh.
It's awesome. I mean, look at it.
It's amazing for the neighborhood.
I am ready to buy a bike.
So what do you think, man? You happy with everything?
I'm real happy with everything, man, for sure.
Do you think the changes you made are going to bring in more business?
I think it's apparent.
The grand opening was great, man. That's just the tip of the iceberg.
Thank you guys all for coming. Let's go have some food and beers.
After rebranding a business, if you do it right, you can easily see 100, maybe even 200% increase in sales.
Awesome.
I came down to do an initial inspection, a 30-day inspection on Brian's bike shop. As soon as I walk up, somebody's walking out with a brand new bike. So what attracted you to come into the store?
Well, you know, I cruised by here a lot, but I saw some new signage. Just sort of figured I should stop in and say, hey.
He treat you good?
Yeah, he did. Probably one of the best prices I could find.
Well, I hope to see you back.
Yeah, thanks, man.
All right, bud. Take care. We'll see you.
Have a good day.
Yeah. How's it going, man?
Good, man. How you doing?
Good, good. How's business going?
It's good. It's going real good.
We're hitting that $6,000 mark for sure. I just, and I think we could do better than that. My repairs have stayed the same. The sales are up. And those bikes will come back around for tune-ups. I charge $70 a tune. Every 10 bikes is $700 on top of my sales. So I'm really hopeful in the next couple months I'll hit that $10,000 mark. It's working.
Okay.
Without a doubt.
You know, the goal with Brian was to take him from $6,000 to $10,000 a month and get me a motorcycle built out of it in the process. You know, but he's so far behind the 8 ball, he's just now breaking even. You know, let's not even worry about that motorcycle deal.
Oh, nice, man.
And let's just focus on getting you back on track and getting that taken care of.
Awesome, man. Thank you.
You know, he does owe me a motorcycle, but that's okay. You know, he's been working really hard. He's just now starting to get his head above water, and I just don't want to push him back under. So I'll let him keep the motorcycle for now.
Have a good day.
Good, bud.
Before I met Ron, I was really struggling. I didn't want to go to a bank. Because of Ron, I have a second chance, and it's taken my business to the next level.
All right, Nick, we'll grab detail stuff.
I'm gonna grab tools, detail stuff,
Impacts,
everything we
drills,
need.
screws, anything you can think we may need, let's grab. There's just still a lot to do. We got to get on the road. Tammy and Kielbasa Sausage is waiting for me. We're testing this truck at Alamo Brewery. Kielbasa's bringing the sausage, Alamo's bringing the beer, and we're going to see exactly what this fire truck can do. I'm driving this bad boy. I'm about to fire this bitch up and get on the road.
Let's go!
It's been a marathon, man. I'm not gonna lie. My guys are tired, but they rallied as they always do. We built a badass truck, and now it's just time to show it to the world. We're here at Alamo, ready to show this bad boy off and drink a cold beer. The fire truck creates a unique outdoor party experience. The details like the new red wrap and gold trim pull people in.
That is amazing.
The additions of the smokers on top, 6 big screen televisions, 12 golden taps, and built-in keg system are conversation pieces that will keep customers eating sausage and filling up their cups with beer.
This will be fun. We'll really get to see it in action, get to see what the capabilities are, and just, kind of see how fast. Hey, guys, I'm sorry. The tortillas don't go up there. They stay down here. They're going to go underneath this table.
I mean, this is huge for us because I'm proving to Kielbasa that we can produce a product that can produce numbers like this. Beer's flowing, people are coming. We probably have 300 people here right now. Local business, what it's all about. We got 2,000 sausages on the pit. We're rocking and rolling.
It's very good. And what a great truck. Sausage and beer. It doesn't get any better than that.
The smoker's working good?
Oh, my God, they're amazing. Yeah, we got some
Awesome.
Hey, who wants one?
Oh! I mean, mean, this is a test run for Kielbasa, but think how happy they are. They've gone through 2,000 links of sausage in 2 hours. At $5 a link, that's $10,000. Plus 8 kegs of beer at $1,500, that's another $12,000. That's $22,000. They were looking for a truck to help promote their brand, and they could do about $400,000 a year. If they get 3 bookings a month, I'm looking at $600,000, maybe $700,000 a year. That's double what your average food truck does. I mean, this fire truck's a huge moneymaker. I like investments that I have sweat equity in. I can tell within 10 minutes how committed somebody is to their brand, and if they're just passionate about their product as I am mine, I'll back it.
I've been flying for 22 years and I love it. The problem is
no bank would touch anything like this. Alternative, obviously, is bankruptcy.
If owning your own business was easy, everybody would do it.
If I wrote you a check for $500,000 right now, would you give me 75% of the company?
If 20 people a day spend $20, that's 10 grand a month. For me, it's a no-brainer.
We're talking the company being worth $20-30 million.
We're actually going to be turning this into a bar.
Turn the valve. Somebody turn it off. I can either quit now or we can go head on.
We'd like to see $100,000 from your side of the table. It's a lot of zeros.
Every single day's revenue is vital for us to open the next day.
I was thinking like 85 grand.
There's no way this can be salvaged.
Not a chance, you know.
10 classes times 20 students. That's your 100,000, right?
Got nothing to lose with that.
All right.
All right, so much.